sports. It's in the game.
Man. I literally played that shit. And didn't get it. Well, we'll see what happens. I'll still try to run some and see tomorrow when it come back on. Try to just get a quick game of Madden in, man. Come with Texans today. That hurt me.
Well, the summer humidity has abated, the roof is open, and it's time for football at NRG Stadium here in Houston, Texas. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Come on, Jay, 2 Christmases. Let's go, baby. You need some more time? What you need? What you need? Come on now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Oregon. And he'll bring it up here right at the 40-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 5. Here's Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw, Mayfield.
Oh, give me that shit.
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. 20. Down to the 10.
I'm nice as fuck. I am nice as fuck.
Houston. Joe Mixon, 43 yards. And the Texans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Ooh.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring
that wasn't a fumble. That's what I need to know. How that wasn't a fumble.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. In motion left, Godwin. Throwing, Mayfield. They'll find McMillan here. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Oh, they called illegal contact. Ain't that some shit?
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
It's a run. Run. Nope.
Mayfield to throw it. This is caught by McMillan. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Give him 30 yards there.
That was a nice pass.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield rolling to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
2nd and 10. Mayfield now.
Nice.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
7-7, our score after 1. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Stroud looking to change the play. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Stroud looking to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Touchdown for that boy.
Houston.
Yummy.
Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans have taken the lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Powering his way forward. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Wide open receiver complete.
Damn,
He's to the 15,
Mike.
and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That one complete. It's tanked down. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The 22 more yards there and another first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Stroud, he's going to audible to something else. Back to throw now on first down. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
Defensively, we always know that he is
Thought he was over that
run
line.
support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play Never lock in on any
Alexa,
one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Mayfield.
Okay, playing games.
Complete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
From the gun, Mayfield. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
You're a good decision maker because he could have tried, but he didn't. I like that.
50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield looks to throw. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Cade Otton, 32 yards. And the Buccaneers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. Touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there.
That motherfucker was just like, well, I'm here.
Now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
That was a nice catch, though. I ain't gonna fret. That was cool.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Oh, wait.
Nice return sets him up pretty good here.
Let me do my stuff. Let me do my stuff, man.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the lock.
And that's caught inside the 35.
Back at you, baby. Let's go. This ain't no church league.
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans have retaken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
I want the ball back. Let's go.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
"19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Give me that.
Oh, and his early struggles continue.
I want the ball back, baby. Let's go.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Here's Stroud.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
No way.
It'll be intercepted.
Wow.
And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as the
Good
ball
pick.
will come out to the 20.
Good
Their
pick.
defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play.
Wow.
They give the football right back.
Man, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hit three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
One sec, bro. I done came up and I ain't changed.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield. We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Stroud to throw it. Got his man, Dell. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Stroud.
Oh,
and that
shit.
is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Stroud and company going for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On the bootleg, Stroud.
Escaping the pressure right.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Hard throw, incomplete.
Is that the incorrect read or just more an error on the throw by the quarterback?
I lean more towards the latter because it seemed like he was open there, just missed him on the throw.
And a tough one to miss because now you're dealing with a 4th down.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll start on the ground with Irving. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They're out here trying to hurt something.
And that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. A first carry for Rashad White.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Mayfield off the play fake. He's got Otten. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
They'll set up to throw.
That is caught.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Baker going to give it to Irving. Down to about the 23.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Once again, it's Irving.
Nice.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Now Mayfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Texans have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Mixing up the middle.
And the Texans are going to have a first down, and that is the big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
Good game.
Duval County, here in Florida. On the banks of the St. Johns River, we look inside Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. Here is Cam Little, ready to get this thing started. And off we go from Jacksonville. Here comes a return from the 3. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
They'll go back to McCaffrey on first down. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Here's a third down and 4. Again, it's McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier. A gain of 7. First down, San Francisco.
They'll stay on the ground. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
They run once more with McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down. Running left, it's McCaffrey.
Ah, damn it.
And he will work his way down inside the 30, a pickup of 6. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face third down. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on fourth down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
On the ground, here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. Big gain on
Damn,
the
I should have
ground
took
here
that.
as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So that'll do it. Lawrence now to throw on first down. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And that will lead to a second down.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. That's complete. It's Parker Washington. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 35-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. He'll get this ahead for about 3. That's the safety, Talanoa Hufanga, on the tackle. They face second down and 7. They'll run it once more with Etienne. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere. Here's a 3rd and 10. Kirk is the motion man. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
For the field goal, a 52-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a scoreless game.
Damn.
This is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play. Still searching for our first points of the half. Back with more from Jacksonville. After this timeout, they'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, McCaffrey. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. He finds his big receiver. That's Jennings. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Purdy going to give this one to McCaffrey. He makes one man miss, but stopped quickly as they hold him to a gain of 1. Here's a 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down. That's taken in by Jennings. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A run here with McCaffrey. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. Clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break. Purdy now on 2nd down. That one taken in, middle of the end zone. George Kittle.
Oh, nice.
Down, 49ers.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, it's Parker Washington. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense.
That's crazy.
Halftime looms. So
gotta catch that, baby.
throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
Open man downfield. That's Ingram. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Looking free downfield, it's Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. So we've reached the intermission here in a low-scoring game.
I shouldn't have missed that last one.
7-3 is our score. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. Check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in our studios with the EA Sports halftime report. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. Got a man downfield. It's Thomas. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open,
damn, throw the ball, bro.
Ball's intercepted. Charvarius Ward with the pick. take over here up near the 40.
That's my fault.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear
I
what the message
think I was
by
just
this
late.
head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this
All right, I got to
deficit.
get my D
But
on.
oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, and they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now it's McCaffrey.
That motherfucker
Second down
Trent
at
Williams
these
is
distances,
really
Mike,
getting
you
out
pretty
there
much
on me
anticipate a
every
pass.
time,
I think
bruh.
that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case,
Like,
they leave a little too much
fucking
room on
hey.
the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Yeah, I want him to go that
On the
way.
give,
Please,
it's McCaffrey.
please go over
They
there.
get back to
It's
midfield.
Trent Williams
No
that
gain
I
on
can't
that one.
contain. That
You
motherfucker
want to
is
see
good.
linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly
There it
what we
is.
saw in
There
this
it
game
is.
here.
That's what we
He's able
want.
to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
That's what we want.
3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Purdy. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs. Here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence.
That was, man.
Incomplete.
We see this time and
He
time
playing
again
good D.
in
That's
the
Fred
NFL.
Warner.
Quarterback
I really
at this
can't say
level,
shit about
you better
it.
figure out a way to be able to bounce back following a bad throw, a bad
You know, I
series,
can't
a bad
say
game.
nothing
And
about
in
it,
this
bro.
case, he's got to bounce back from a pick
That's
on the
Fred
last
Warner.
drive, and he's got to find himself some
know who
easy
it is.
completions and settle himself back into this one. Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Lawrence. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Brown.
Good shit.
And he is going to score. A pick
He-
6 for the
Trevor
touchdown.
is trash, nigga. What are you doing?
What a time for a pick 6 for the defense.
Wow.
As the other team is trying to get themselves right back in this one, the defense extends the margin with the
Like,
pick 6.
nigga,
Yeah,
these
just a
niggas is
critical
breaking
moment. You find
open,
yourself
and
on
he
defense,
thought
Mike,
underthrowing
trying
the
to hang on to this
ball.
lead, and not only do you do that, you pick 6 them, and you're able to extend that lead.
The score, Niners 14.
That's crazy.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Washington now to return it.
We got to get something. Come on,
And their
let's go.
drive will begin at
Damn.
the 30-yard line. A first down throw for Lawrence. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Nick Bosa, the former All-Pro, in there for the sack. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Kirk is the motion man. Second down, Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Now you start thinking situational football, Mike. We're under the 4-minute mark. They've got to go get a score here. Ideally, you want to do it on the plus side of the 2-minute warning, if at all possible.
On first down, Lawrence. Here's a shot.
He can't put the ball nowhere, bro.
Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it'll be second down. To throw is Lawrence. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And he will score! Game on! Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 2. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one. Here's 2nd and 2. Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, that second down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they are in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting 3rd down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll let the fullback try to push the pot. Trying to use that big body to get the yardage, but he is stopped for no gain. The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. They'll run for
Oh,
it.
come on. I tried to shoot that gap.
They picked it up rather easily. A gain of 9 on 4th and 2. They'll try the left side with McCaffrey. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. They're second, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
They'll run here with McCaffrey. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. Now the Jags will use their third and final timeout. They'll stop it here with 1:07 on the clock. It is 3rd and 10. Here's McCaffrey. So on fourth down, the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowsky, out to punt. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, it's safe to say this offense now is entering desperation mode. They have such a long way to go with such little time to do it. You're thinking chunk plays, get out of bounds. You have to stop the clock and continue to pick up as much yardage as you can to, at the very least, be in position to take one Hail Mary shot to the end zone.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. That's complete to ETN. Good gainer there. They'll get him out of bounds, up past the 35-yard line. Here's 1st down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Let's go.
To throw is Lawrence. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll let one go deep for Kirk.
Good game.
And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So
So 40 is max level. Man, come on. What the hell happened? Going to come with them Giants. Yeah.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the
Playing in
NFL
Mexico?
on EA Sports.
That's crazy. I didn't pick this stadium.
Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one underway. And off we go from Mexico City. On the return, it is Tyrone Tracy. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. First and 10. Slayton is the man in motion. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Slayton is the man in motion. On second down, Locke. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Goff going to open up with a throw. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
This is a situation where you just have to be a little bit more decisive with the ball in your hand. I mean, at some point, it's got to come out. You cannot continue to stress your protection over time like he did here. And to take that hit after that amount of time, that falls completely on the shoulders of the quarterback.
Now Goff. He's got it inside the 5. And And he's in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Tracy. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Slayton is the man in motion. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Down the sideline. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. Here's a run. He is in. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, New York.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. Room to run at the 40. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare them to stop it.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment and He had no choice but to throw it away.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
Seemed to me from up here, Mike, that he really locked in on that guy. He told himself, I'm going to give my guy a chance to go compete for this ball. But anytime he enters such a crowded area, it usually means if he works through his progression, there's an easier throw somewhere on the field. Instead, he tries to fit it in and just wasn't able to quite make the completion.
Throwing, Goff. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. Back with more from Mexico City and the International Series after this. Second down and 8. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On play action, Goff. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their 37-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. In motion, it's Robinson. They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the gun, it's Locke.
Damn, throw it over him, bro.
Is intercepted. It's the linebacker.
That's
Jack
crazy.
Campbell.
I
And the
must be
Lions are
tired.
in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive.
We're good. We're good.
From the gun, it's Goff. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 33.
You know, Mike, we're seeing both these offenses come out here and play a little fast and loose in the passing game. The last 2 throws for each team, both resulting in an interception. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither of these secondaries is going to complain. They'll happily feast on those type of throws the rest of the game. But I get a sense on these next 2 drives, come out here, establish the run, dose of ground and pound. Let's settle things down offensively and regroup for the rest of this game.
On first down is Locke. That's to Bellinger. He's got it downfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
Walk to throw on first and 10. Now a screen set up for Tracy. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Lock to throw. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. And he will get into the end zone. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Giants.
This is a great example here, Mike, of an offense and a quarterback that is just in complete control and rhythm. Not only is he able to deliver this ball on target downfield, but the accuracy is what allows his receiver to stay on his feet, pick up the remaining yards after the catch, and walks it in for a touchdown.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This fielded at about the 9. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Goff. And for the
Flicks.
3rd time in this first
Said.
half, he's been intercepted.
If you score
Picked
before
off by
halftime, I'll
Isaiah
subscribe.
Simmons.
Hit that subscribe button, brother.
A DB's dream, a pick 6 for touchdown.
I just did.
Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart
Flicks.
out on the offensive side.
Said.
Final minute
Got
of
me
this first
face
half.
with tears of
We'll
joy,
see if
face
they can do
with
anything
tears
this
of joy.
kickoff that is coming their way.
Flicks. Said.
I appreciate you.
I subscribed.
Thank you. Thanks for the sub, man.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Open man downfield, it's Laporta. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thank you. And the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. The rain not letting up. It continues to be a factor here as we get back underway in the second half. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now, Goff. Now, deep shot for Amon-Ra. That's hard. A big one there to start the second half. 41 yards.
With that much time, you just can't ask your secondary to hold up. The defensive front has to do a better job. First, keep the quarterback in the pocket. Don't let him extend the play outside of it. And then secondly, you got to get that ball out of his hand, because when you let him hold it for that long, big plays are going to come.
On 1st down, it's Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. On 2nd down, Goff. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To throw is Goff. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
Now it's Tracy looking to run. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. It was Derek Barnes with the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. Lock out of the shotgun. He's got his man. That's Slayton. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stomped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Here's Locke. Open man downfield. That's Neighbors. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 29. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Locke. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
On 2nd down, Locke. That's caught left side by Bellinger. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. That pass play good for 22. That's good for a Giants 1st down. Connects with his big tight end, Manhurts. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New York. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the 1st half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. They'll return this from the 11. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll send it downfield for Laporta. And that is incomplete. They try to sneak a deep ball in there to wrap up the quarter, but time has expired, and the 3rd has come to an end. Third and long. That's a short one caught by Laporta.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield, even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Now a pass deep for St. Brown. That is brought in. And he will score. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the end zone. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Motion man is Hyatt. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. He'll get that complete. Right side, it's Bellinger. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's locked. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Throw it. Lock. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete. And they turn it over on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
This is 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Deonte Banks. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. You talk about the opportune time. The defense helps close the gap. A huge play to make this one a closer game.
Yeah, and anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it back for 6, and they get themselves right back into this game.
Important moment here for the Lions as they're going to go for 2.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
On the give, it's Tracy. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
Slayton is the man in motion. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. A carry here for Tracy. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout. And the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the ballgame. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. And good hard running will get him down close to a 1st down. Might be a yard short. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions. They stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Now an option here, left side. 1st down and more inside the 15. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone. So they're going to blow it dead, and they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Goff. Now he'll air one out. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win for the Men in Blue. The Giants